Jesus Ortega Sr. grew up on a small ranch called San Vicente in the city of Pandicuaro, Michoacan. Jesus Sr. was in his mid-20s when he emigrated to the United States through the Bracero program, which brought millions of Mexicans to the United States through various work programs. The Ortega family ultimately settled in the Napa Valley in 1964, calling Oakville their home. For the next 57 years, their family worked countless hours managing vineyards in Oakville and many other microclimates considered today to be some of the most influential AVAs in the Napa Valley. Our passion is to bring you the finest handcrafted wines from some of Napa Valley's most historic vineyards, cultivated from our dedication, experience, and attention to taste and detail.
In Mexican culture, the sons in a family would always help their father in any job that needed to be done. It was important to understand the significance of having a job and develop a strong work ethic. We grew up on 40 acres of Cabernet Sauvignon vines that my mother and father pruned themselves. My 6 siblings and I would help by cleaning up the cane cuttings, placing them in the middle of the row during pruning season. As we grew up and we were taught how to prune correctly, eventually, we were given our own row to prune. I remember being 10 years old, helping my mother and father in the vineyard. My job was to collect all cane cuttings and gather them up and put them in the middle of the row. As a child, I would just throw them all over the rows, not understanding there was a reason for everything we do in the vineyard. My father caught on to what I was doing and told me to stack them in the middle of the row. As a snarky kid, I talked back. Still, he explained to me, if you don't put the cuttings in the middle of the row, the mower wouldn't be able to chop them up, distributing the cane pieces back into the soil with nutrients and nitrogen would be released back into the ground for the vine growing season. This was just one of many lessons my dad taught me, enforcing the importance of every job in the vineyard, big or small, doesn't matter. Each task had a purpose and has to be done the correct way. In high school, my parents pushed me, always wanted a better life for me. They didn't want me to live the same life they did. It wasn't until my father passed away that I began to feel a connection pulling me back into the vineyard. I felt I needed to continue his legacy in my heart. I always felt closer to him in the vineyard, so I found myself back there as an operation manager, working for other people to develop their vineyards. From there, I began my own consulting company, and for the last 7 years, I have worked countless hours all over the valley. Now I am able to continue my father's legacy with my label, Ortega Family Wines. The first time I tried wine was at family dinner. My dad told me this is the final product of our hard work in the vineyard. Everything we do leads to the fine wine. I was 15 years old. Hard work pays off when you do it the right way. My dad always said, El huevón trabaja doble, or the lazy one works double. Any job that needed to be done had to be done the right way. He did not have patience for lazy workers. I carry his pruning shears through the year when I walk through the rows. I carry his action hoe, a double-bladed tool used to pull and remove weeds. During harvest, I always have my father's harvest knife.